What is up, YouTubians? Welcome back to the Guitar Dungeon. Today we're doing a little something different. We're going to talk about pedals. One in particular because I just got it and I'm excited to use it, right? This just came today by our friends at Sweetwater. Not sponsored by any means. I mean, I'm not going to turn them down if they ask me, but, you know, not sponsored. This is the Behringer, ooh, light's kind of rough. Behringer TO800 Vintage Tube Overdrive. Just got it. I would love to say that this is me unboxing and that, you know, I've not messed with it at all. There's a little fib in that because I'm not ready to integrate it into my pedal board yet because I don't know what it's going to sound like. I literally have not played through it, but I did have to take it out and put a battery in it so I could show you all tonight. Make sense? So this is where we're at. This is technically my second time unboxing, but anyway, this is the box it comes in. It comes with a bunch of instructions and whatnot. Get rid of that. Which is just going over your overall tone and everything, right? Our dials on this are, if you can see that there, we have a drive, tone, and level. Level, I set just because I'm working with a Fender Princeton 650 that is the cleanest tone I have available. Fender is wonderful for their clean channels. They make some of the best amps when it comes to clean channels, you know. And if you don't know that, now you do. So I'm decided I'm going to do this trial through a straight clean, absolutely no effect on whatsoever Fender Princeton 650. We're going to see what this sounds like. Right off the bat, for those that don't know, wow, I already got dust on it. Look, that fast, right? For those that don't know, this vintage tube overdrive, and even the color and everything, is made to mimic an Ibanez tube screamer. Okay? Ibanez tube screamers are legendary pedals. They have, I mean, if you get your hands on one, or even one of these, I don't know what this sounds like yet, so we'll see what it does, right? I've played Ibanez tube screamers before, and I know the kind of tone that they get. A lot of your favorite songs have an Ibanez tube screamer at the back of them, and you just didn't know it. Great pedals. They have a great overdrive to them. Just a good sound. You can use these, you can use an Ibanez tube screamer on a solid state amp to give you that warm tube tone. Okay? That warm, really, you know, present, I don't know, that tube tone, like you're pulling out of an old Marshall or a Laney or something like that, or like, you know, Mesa Boogie, stuff like that, coming through a solid state. That's why a lot of players really got into, well, the Ibanez tube screamer. So that's what this is supposed to mimic. Supposedly the circuitry is the same. We're going to find out. Cool thing about these, as for price-wise, these are super affordable. They've been out for a couple years. You can get them in the range of probably under $25. You can't beat that. A $25 pedal is like ridiculous, right? Especially if it's a good pedal. So, my first impressions right out of the box, unlike the Ibanez tube screamer, these, can you hear that? That's plastic. Every bit of this is plastic. Wouldn't trust these on the road. If you're playing multiple gigs in a row, well, if you got a light foot, go for it. But if you're, you know, heavy hitting on that overdrive, I don't see these lasting the test of time. There doesn't seem to be very well built. They were made cheap so they could sell cheap. Now, as for tone, I don't know yet. We're about to check it out. So, I don't know. Overall, hey, it's green. Looks like an Ibanez, right? It definitely gives you that vibe that that's what this is supposed to be. So, hell, let's plug it in and see what it sounds like, right? This is my first chance at listening to this also. I'm going to set it up back here, even though that my camera angle is like way far away. But we'll set it up here, and for this test, I had to figure out what guitar would be best on it, and I still don't know. So I decided to go with my Epiphone. It's a ES339 Pro with P90s, because I was like, let's strip it down as much as we can without getting into single coil territory, right? Because that's going to be, single coils are very specific for sound, where a P90 kind of rounds out a lot of tone, you know? So, let's see what this is set at. Hey, we've got sound, so that's a plus. Now, with it off, like the Fender tone I was telling you about, that clean tone, you can get like just straight clean tone. There's nothing else on it. Right? So, let's kick this on. We're going to turn some knobs and see what it does. Now my level, I've got that pretty much where it's comparable with my clean tone. See, I can turn it off and on, same level. So that's not an influence on this. Let's turn up our drive about a quarter of the way. And within saying that, let's also turn up the tone about a quarter of the way. Now, you remember what clean sounded like. Let's see what we've got with this. We'll just hit a couple chords and see what it sounds like. That's not bad. That's not bad. See what it does on half, right? We'll kick it up to half. Drive and tone. This is what half sounds like. Ain't to that level yet. Let's crank this up. Let's go 3/4 and see what it sounds like. That's running half. That's not a bad bluesy tone. Kind of classic rock, blues tone. I could work with that. Let's go 3/4 on both our drive and tone. And let's see if we can push it a little towards metal, right? Bad. That's not bad for, a $25 pedal, right? Let's crank it all the way and see what kind of, metal we can do on it. Whew. Definitely hear the hum It's got a lot more overdrive. It's got a lot more hum to it. Wow. Let's try that riff that I was playing a little bit ago here. Ooh, it's almost too much. So with that being said, let's go with hell. Like, I'm kind of stumbling through it because I'm not familiar with the tone, but, you know, it's not bad. Like, keep in mind, that's coming out of a straight, clean Fender amp, right? All right, Behringer, you got me. I'm impressed. Okay, like for a $25 pedal. Now, granted, it is not made for the road. I don't see it being something that you would want to take out multiple nights. Anything that people are going to, you know, have access to trip over your pedal board or something like that, because it is weak. It's cheap made. Here, like, let's see the bottom of this, right? Anytime you're stepping on the pedal, you're going to step straight down, right? Well, check this out. On all metal pedal, no matter where you step, it'll activate, right? On these, see that? That give. In time, that's going to cause problems. You know? Now, as for tone, they did their homework. It sounds a lot like an Ibanez Tube Screamer, man. It really pumps that sound through. It really gives you that nice distortion. It's got good tone to it on each of the settings that I've tried. Now, granted, I'm going to play with it, and I'm going to, you know, kind of integrate it in my pedal board, and I'll tweak it as I go, and I'll find the exact tones that I like anybody of you should. But, man, I'm just telling you, for the price, it's a good deal. Just tone alone, I would spend $25 on that. You know, if you're trying to develop your sound, if you're a new player out there, if you're, you know, I wouldn't just say just starting out, but you're trying to find your sound. Every guitarist has their sound. And if you're trying to find your sound, and you say, you know what, I want an overdrive, I want like a tube sounding, you know, thing or whatever, instead of spending hundreds of dollars on an Ibanez Tube Screamer, drop $25 on this. Check it out, work it into your sound. Figure out if that's what you like, and if it is, then invest that money. That's the best advice that I could give is, you know, it's just that middle point, you know. So far, I'm impressed. It's going to be a part of my pedal board. I will play with this. So, even though kind of cheap made, I'm not going to put it through its paces. I'm not going to beat the hell out of it because I don't think it would hold out. But for the price, it's a good buy. So, you know, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all of you for subscribing. God love you. And, you know, we'll keep doing this. We'll keep pumping stuff out there. And as I find things, I'll let you know what I think of them. And hopefully you think the same. So, you know, leave a comment. I'll try to get back with you. Thanks for watching.